Hi everyone, welcome to the podcast. I am your host Damar, and today I am just chilling here with my good friend and classmate from information system, Aldi. How is it going, Aldi?
Hi Damar, I'm doing pretty good, man. Just surviving the semester, super excited to be here and talk about our topics today.
Glad to have you here, bro. So today we are diving into something that is literally talking over the internet, artificial intelligence or AI. Honestly, it feels like overnight. AI went from being this sci-fi movie concept to something we use every single day. Aldi, what was your first reaction when tools like ChatGPT blew up?
Honestly, my first reaction was pure panic mixed with excitement. I remember seeing a video of an AI writing a whole website from scratch in like 10 seconds. My first thought was, oh, well, there goes my future career in tech. But after playing around with it, I realized it actually an instant tool.
I totally get that panic, but yeah, it's a game changer. Like when I'm working with my Python, specifically using that pandas library for data manipulations. Sometimes I get stuck on converting data types or sorting messy data. Now I can ask an AI and it points out the bug in my script. Immediately, it saves so much time.
Example, it's like having a senior developer sitting next to you 24/7, but that's bringing up a really hard debate. A lot of people are still terrified that AI will replace programmers, writers, and artists. What's your take on?
It's a valid fear, but the way I see it, AI isn't going to replace a good programmer. It's the programmer who knows how to use AI that will replace the programmer who doesn't. AI can write the basic code, but it doesn't understand the business logic. It doesn't know what the client actually wants. Use still human critical thinking to build the actual system architecture.
That makes total sense. If you just copy paste AI code without understanding the logic, your application is going to crash, and you won't even know how to fix it. But man, what about the ethical side? Like people using AI to cheat on SI or generate fake news? That's getting out of hand.
Of 100%. The ethical dilemma is the darker side of this. That's right now. AI doesn't have a moral compass. Even AI trained on biased or toxic data from the internet, it's going to produce biased results. Imagine an AI filtering job applications and it unfairly reject people because of flawed training data.
But it's terrifying. That's why we need transparency. The companies building the models need to be held accountable. And as future IT professionals, it's going to be our job to make sure the system we build are fair and secure, not space.
Could not agree more. We have to be responsible with it. AI is a powerful tool, but it's still just a tool. Alright, I think that's a really solid wrap up for our AI discussion. Don't go anywhere, guys, because after this short break, Aldi is taking over the host seat.
Welcome back everyone. I'm Aldi, taking over the host status now, and Damar is stepping into the hot seat as my guest. Are you ready, Damar, for this?
I am almost ready, man. Let's get right into it.
Awesome. So, for our second topic, we are talking about something that is basically like oxygen for us today, the internet. We all use it constantly, but Damar, as an information system student, how do you actually define what the internet is to someone who might not be that savvy? Okay.
That's a great question. In a simple term, the internet is a massive global network of computers connected to each other. It's the infrastructure that allows devices all over the world to share data instantly. Without it, Our smartphones are basically just expensive calculators.
It's a great way to put it. It's crazy to think about how much it has evolved. I mean, we went from super slow dial-up connection to having high-speed Wi-Fi in our pockets. From a development side, how do you see this evolution?
The jump is absolutely huge. Back in the early days, web development was just basic static HTML page with plain text. Now it's a totally different ball game. When I build or design web page today, the focus is on creating dynamic systems. You're combining HTML with the things like PHP for the backend and designing really clean, minimalist UI UX interfaces so users have a smooth experience. The modern internet allows us to run heavy, complex applications directly in a web browser.
Yeah, the user experience today is on another level. And it's not just for work or studying, the internet completely transformed the entertainment industry too.
Oh, for sure. Think about PC gaming. Back then, you mostly played offline single player games. Now, the internet has created massive global communities. For example, if you want to jump into a competitive match of point blank, you rely heavily on a stable, high-speed internet connection. A split second of lag completely ruins the game. The internet essentially birthed the entire global esports industry.
Exactly. Its connect is in ways we never thought possible. But let's look at the flip side. We are so dependent on it now. What happens when there's an internet outage? Or worse, what are the big negative impacts of everyone being online all the time?
That is the scary part. We are overly reliant on it. If a major server goes down, businesses lose millions of dollars in minutes. On a personal level, there's the issue of digital privacy. Every website we visit, every search we make leaves a digital footprint. And let's not forget about the spread of misinformation. Because anyone can post anything on the internet. Like news spreads faster than real news.
That's it. That is a big problem. So, what is the solution? How do we fix the internet?
I don't think there are a single quick fix, but it starts with digital literacy. People need to learn how to critically evaluate what they read online. And from the technical side, developers need to prioritize user privacy and data security from the very beginning of building an app, not just as an afterthought.
It's make a lot of sense. It comes down to responsibility, both for the creators and the user.
Exactly.
Well, I think that gives us a perfect closing point. The internet is a powerful tool that connects us all, but we have to navigate it wisely. Thank you so much for the great insight today, Daman.
Thanks for having me, Aldi. It was really a fun discussion.
And I think thank you to everyone watching our final project podcast. We hope you enjoy our deep into AI and internet. Stay safe and stay connected. And see you next
See you
time.
next time.
Bye.